Hey guys, my name is Brandy Walker and I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus, and today I want to talk to you guys about our new sharing system. It's called Send, Share, and Invite. And a few months ago, when corporate came out with this new system, I told my husband, I was like, I don't really know if I really want to try to learn something new. But when I really started watching the videos and learning about it and checking it out in my back office, I got really excited, y'all. I was like, this is something I can do, and it's so duplicatable, and I can train my team to do this very easily. I just kind of got a new, just a new excitement, because I'll promise you, cold messaging was not ever my favorite, and I don't know really anybody that it is their favorite, but this made it so simple to me, and it kind of took all the guesswork out of it. So I want to give you just a few sample messages, and you can write these down, or hopefully I can put them in the comments of this video. But you know, this is really simple, it's effective, and it really has helped me close way more deals. So I'm gonna put my glasses on here. Okay, the first message is, and again, you're just gonna send this through either Facebook Messenger or text, or really however you normally communicate with this person. If it's like your mom or your cousin, or your friend that you normally just talk to, just pick up the phone and call them, or go over and see them in person. You don't necessarily have to send a message. Sorry, somebody's pounding on something over there. Okay, the first message is, hey Crystal, you're on my mind today because I started something new recently and I wanted to chat with you a little about it. If I send over a short video, would you be open to watching it and letting me know what you think? Okay, because you're always going to end it with a question. Okay, that's one message. The second example is, hey Kelsey, you and I have talked before about our anxiety and how much it increased after our last move. Or it could be after we had our last babies, or after, you know, our last job, or whatever it is that you talked to them about. I started a new supplement a few days ago, and I'm noticing a big difference in how I feel already. If I sent over a video, are you open to watching it and letting me know what you think? You can replace that word anxiety with, you know, bloating or tummy issues, or IBS, whatever it is that you've already discussed with your friends before. You know, just replace that in the message. Okay, the next example is going to be if you want to reach out to someone about the business side of Plexus. Okay. Hey Tina, I hope you and your sweet babies are doing well. Since we're working on being debt-free, I've been working on something to help our finances lately and give us a little more wiggle room in our budget. I wanted to chat with you about it. I'm not sure if it would be a good fit for you, and that's totally okay if it's not. But if I sent over a quick video, would you be open to watching it and letting me know what you think, or letting me know what your thoughts are? They're most likely going to come back and say, oh, okay, sure. So then you're going to move on to step 2. Now, did you notice in all 3, I ended it with something like, you know, would you let me know what you think? And that's because you want to always end these with a question that keeps that conversation going. So once you've sent those messages, or that first initial message, and you get their permission to send a video, I don't ever send a video without permission. It brings you to step number 2, which is share. And Plexus has provided us with these wonderful videos that you can find in their in back office, and it's under sharing system, or you can find it on YouTube under Plexus Worldwide. And y'all, these videos are so awesome, and they really appeal to the masses. We've got a triplex video, we've got an opportunity video, and there's several videos. You could also, you know, find a video, maybe it's specifically about that anxiety that, you know, this person that you've been talking to them about. But find a video that's going to fit what they need. But again, the triplex video and the opportunity video are kind of my go-tos, and they're really awesome for most people. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of those videos, excuse me, and you're going to send just one, and you always send a quick message with that video that says something like, okay, perfect, now let me know what you think, and then send the link with the video. Or you can say, okay, great, do you have a quick minute to watch it now? or quick 5 minutes to watch it now and send the video with that. Okay, then you're going to wait 3 to 5 minutes and you're going to follow up. You don't want to wait like 3 to 5 days and then, follow up with them again, because y'all, these videos are short. It's not like when we used to send, all this information and it would take them a week to read everything. That's not it. These videos are super short and they can literally listen to them, most of them in less than like 2 minutes. They're super quick. So you're going to follow back up with them and you're just going to say something like, okay, listen, this is the new language that we're using, so listen close. You're going to say, what did you think? Okay. You keep hearing me say that over and over because we're trying to get them to, communicate with us. And I really do want to know, what do they think? What do they, can they relate to anything in the video? But what did you think is just really quick, simple, and it's easy to remember. There's a few scenarios that you might go through, when people watch that video. They might go, wow, that's so interesting. How can I sign up? Y'all, that's the best case scenario. Okay, I promise that doesn't happen every time. It does happen sometimes, but for the most part, most people still want more. If they do, that's when you get them on the phone right then and you walk them through signing up. You help them pick out their products or answer any questions that they have. If they ask you something that you don't know, do not freak out, don't stress. This is when you're going to utilize your sponsor. And you can ask them anything. You can put them in a 3-way message, you can get them on a 3-way call, or you can simply message them or call them real quick and just say, hey, they want to do this, they want to sign up for such and such, what do I do? And that is when your sponsor, is going to help you anytime. Or they should help you. If not, call me, I'll help you. Okay, and if you have a customer, like I said, if these are, not a customer, an ambassador, and they have these questions, just make sure you use those sponsors. Okay, next, one of the scenarios could be, maybe they have an objection. Maybe they say something like, oh, I've tried these products before, and I really, it just didn't work for me. This is when you're going to use a method that's called feel, felt, found. I have used this a lot, and it's really effective. My hair keeps poking out. You could say something like, I totally understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found is these products really get to the root of the issue, and I think that's why it's helping me so much, or it's why I feel a difference already. Because you see, I totally see how you feel. I felt the same way, but this is what I found. And y'all, that method works almost every time. What if they say something like, thanks, but I'm just not a salesman. If maybe you've reached out to them about the business, and you can say, girl, I know exactly where you're coming from. I felt the same way, but what I found is I'm a self-proclaimed terrible salesperson. But what I found is this is so much easier because their systems and support give me a lot of confidence, and so many people in my life need these products way more than I realized. Is there anything in this video that caught your eye? Because again, you're ending it with a question and keeping that conversation going. And so you're going to, again, use that feel, felt, found method again, and you're going to be ending with a question so that you're finding a way to move through that objection and get them, to make a decision, and especially without getting stuck at that objection. Because sometimes people say that and you're like, oh, okay, it's all right. No, we want to keep that conversation going. Because a lot of people are going to have the same objections, but when they realize that you felt the same way, but you found a solution to the problem, most people are going to be like, huh, okay, well, I didn't even think of it like that. So when the objections stop, you have to kind of find a way to keep the conversation going. So you could just simply ask, if they're just not responding anymore, you say, okay, well, where do you want to go from here? Would you like to try the products? Would you like to try a sample of the pink drink, or maybe a sample of Active? I can get a stick in the mail to you. Or you could, send them a sample of whatever they want. Third scenario is if they say, no thanks, I'm not interested. Okay, that's when you just say, no problem, girl. Thanks for getting back to me. I hope you guys have a wonderful time on your trip next week, or whatever it is that they've got going on. Because we want them to know that we're not just going to badger them if they tell us no thank you. It's, you just can't take that a no personally. One of my uplines talked about this early on, Angie Zumwalt, about, if you're a waitress in a restaurant, a waiter or a waitress, and you go in and you serve people, you spend all this time, you take their orders, you get their meals out to them, and then after the meal's over, you take all their dishes away and you bring back a dessert tray with all these different desserts on it, and you go through and you tell them all about each dessert, how amazing they are and how they really need them, and then they sit there and listen to you, and then they're like, oh, I'm stuffed. I cannot eat another bite. And if you're a waiter or waitress, you're simply just going to say, oh, okay, no problem. Thanks for coming out. I'm glad you guys had a great evening. Come back and see us. And you're going to move on to the next table. You're not going to sit there and cry and whine and want to quit just because somebody didn't want dessert. Because what you're going to do is go to the next table and you're going to offer those people dessert as well. Everybody's not going to want dessert, just like everybody's not going to want Plexus, and that's okay. That's when you're just going to move on to the next person. It's okay. There's a time and a place for every person, to try the products or to join your team, and it may be when you message them, but it may be, 2 weeks from now, maybe 6 months from now. I've had people that I reached out to and maybe they ignored me, or maybe they just told me no thank you, or they said, it's just not the right time. But 6 months down the road, maybe they got sick, or they went through a spell, they just didn't feel well, or their husband lost their job, and now they needed a way to supplement their income. And next thing I know, they've messaged me and are ready. So it's just, I truly feel it's all about God's timing, and we can't rush that. You can't ever offer the wrong thing to the wrong person at the wrong time. So I like to always switch the conversation over, because I don't want anyone to think again that I'm just badgering them. So you can still communicate with them through commenting on their posts, or and just interacting with them in life, messaging them about other things. Doesn't even have to be with Plexus, but you just want to keep that relationship open. It's never personal. Okay. And the last thing is they may not respond, and that's totally okay. You just can, again, continue to build that relationship with them, and at some point revisit it. You can say something like, hey girl, I just wanted to check to see if you got my earlier message. If you're like me, your kids, open your phone and you don't even realize that you had a message or something like that. I just want to make sure that you saw it. Or, hey, I really respect your opinion. Did you ever get a chance to watch that video that I sent? I'd love to get your opinion on it. Or maybe you see them post on Facebook. Maybe they've got, a bad headache, or maybe they're posting about how exhausted they are, or a family member maybe has an issue, or maybe you even see them posting about maybe they're selling things on, online, and maybe that's just a little bit of an indicator that maybe they need a little bit of financial wiggle room again. So that will be a good time to reach out as well. Okay, this is going to bring you to step number 3. If you've gone through sending messages, you shared videos with them, step number 3 is going to be to invite. And you can invite them to anything like an online event. Plexus Corporate has, on their Plexus Worldwide page, they have corporate opportunity events every Monday night. And there's also, I believe it's on Tuesday nights, there's product calls. Your teams a lot of times have events. Our team also has a page that's set up just for customers and ambassadors. It's called Gut Health and Happiness. And this is a great way, or a great place to add somebody if maybe they're telling you that they just want to do some more research. And you're like, okay, well, let me add you to this page because there's tons of product information. There's so many, so many live videos and testimonies, and it would just be a great place for you to look around with no pressure and that way you can kind of do your own research. That way you can get them on that page and tag them in whatever, maybe they've got, IBS, or they've got PCOS or something like that, and you can tag them in a post about those things. Again, it's going to take 6 to 8 times, or maybe even 6 to 12 times of talking to somebody before they come to a final decision. So you can invite those to opportunity events, maybe a week of pink, or whatever event that your team has going at the time. Again, if your team has nothing, corporate always has them every single Monday night. So there's always something to invite somebody to, and y'all, they're really good. Okay, again, you can say, if you've invited them, and you can send them a message to say, Stephanie, the last time we connected about Plexus, you said you wanted to think it over. I'm assuming that you're still mulling it over, but I would love to invite you to, and that's when you can tell them about whatever event it is. If it's maybe there's a special going on, you let them know that it's for a limited time, or you can ask them if they'd like to be added to this group. I never add anyone to anything without getting their permission. I don't know about you, but I don't appreciate being added to a bunch of Facebook groups when nobody's ever even talked to me about it. I don't mind it if they talk to me, but I'd like for them to get my permission first. Okay, if they say yes, then you'll say, you can send the details over, and you're going to ask again, what did you think? So you just kind of see a pattern. We're still using that what did you think every time. Okay, still, if they don't come to a decision after that, y'all, this is when you keep them on your list and you just continue to follow up, because again, I feel like it's all in God's timing. So when the time is right, that's whenever they're going to make a purchase or join your team. A couple things, the more you do this send, share, invite system, the easier it'll get, and it'll just become second nature, and you'll just get more confident with it. Number 2, keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It's 3 simple things: send, share, and invite. And there's so many people in your life that can use these products or this business. Pick a number of people that you want to reach out to every day and every week, because maybe some days get busier than others, but you want to have a total number for the week, and y'all stick to it. Because I promise you, if you're doing that, if you do this over a 2-month period, you are gonna see major gains in your business. And that's all I have. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.